Intensity Shuttle. With highest quality HDMI and analog editing in full 10-bit SD and HDI. Let's talk about that. Because why? In my experience, this thing is a piece of shit. Now, it's a working piece of shit, but it's so difficult, well, to get it to work. All, well, because of this. A USB 3.0. I'm not gonna go into story time as to why I bought it. Maybe at the end of this video. But that's for later. First, where's the culprit? It's right there. Along with my other capture card. The one which is drunk, which we're tired, and which I had to use splitters on. That is why the signal goes drunk every time. But there's no need for it here because it has an input and an output, which is going to my TV over there, which is all fine. Wait, where's? Oh, yeah, there it is. And a USB cable 3.0 which goes into the back of my computer. And well, that's the biggest problem, but whatever. First, I want to talk about what this thing has to offer, and yeah, what it has to offer and stuff. Okay, so as you can see here, your RCA cables, yellow is not plugged because I have component in. Next to that we got S-Video, whoever uses that, and HDMI. These are all the in ports. And they got all the same out ports, which is going to the TV and stuff. I had something in the yellow port, but hey, that's my Dazzle doing now. And HDMI, which went to my TV. This thing, it is great. It captures the highest quality on the market as a standalone capture card, which is not a PCI Express card. I mean 10-bit over USB 3.0. Okay, you need a lot of very big SSDs to capture in, well, to capture in general. Because if you're gonna capture something, it's taking about 30 minutes or something, and the file size is ginormous. So that is why I only record in 720p and compressed. So basically I have invested in a lot of quality and I'm not even using it. But hey, whenever something comes up, I'm here. Okay. But now, the downfall to this great system is that it is USB 3.0 powered. And this thing is, let's say, picky on how it's being well, controlled. Because it only supports one controller, which is the Renesas or NEC I/O controller for USB 3, which I do not have on my motherboard. And why don't I have it on my motherboard? Because I don't know why. So I had to buy, well, say a PCI card which supports USB 3.0 and had that specific I/O controller. I bought it, but everything went great until the day that I installed Windows 8. I'm sorry that the screen is nothing really interesting right now, but I don't want to do anything with it. I don't know, put up something else, gameplay. What the hell? So yeah, what I've done with it is, darn, what I was saying here? Oh yeah. Let's say that Windows 8 isn't that fond with holding video driver, no, USB 3.0 drivers. So every time I reboot the machine, I have to deinstall the drivers, then reinstall it again, while having this plugged out and plug it in at the beginning, or at the end. And after that there is a chance of 80% that it works, If it doesn't work, I have to reboot my PC like 3 times or something, and then finally it works. But what will happen if it does work? If it works, now wait, first you have to plug in a system, as you can see. In the control panel you have to see what input it will be. It can either be, well, the normal RCA cables. It can be S-video along with the normal cables. It can be component with the normal audio cables. It can be HDMI with the normal cables. Or it can be HDMI with HDMI audio. So there are 5 modes. And basically it doesn't matter what the what am I saying? The output all sends out stuff. So basically I can hook up 4 TVs with the same image that this sends out. One with S-video, one with composite, component, and HDMI. And 2 audio sources, one of which is the HDMI screen, but what I have to be very picky about that. Okay, so that's great. Is it more picky than that? Yes, it is. Maybe I'll do up some screenshots, I don't know. But that's for later. Alright, first you have to set your PS3, your Wii U over there, or your Wii, or your PlayStation 2 beneath it, or your PlayStation 1. Right there in the corner. You have to say that it has to function on, well, whatever, NTSC, PAL. And you have to specify the specific well, resolution. May it be 720p, 1080i, 1080p. Yes, it can record in 1080p, by the way, but only up to 30 frames. The others are 29, 2997 and 25 and 24 if I'm right. And then you have to specify the frame rate. So, well, I set it for the 1080p. But for 1080i it's 60, 50, 5997, and the ones I mentioned for 1080p, and for 720p it's only 50, 59 and 60. Is that all? Well, you have to set the console for it, and afterwards you have to record it with a program called Blackmagic Media Express. Yay, because that program has some serious memory leaks. I don't know if it's still like that, but I prefer not to use it. I'm using Adobe Premiere just to record it. Because, damn it. I mean, it is a nice thing. I mean, it's kind of filthy right now on my side, but I like it. So yeah, that's why a lot of shit probably... Well, it looks great, but it's a piece of shit to manage. It is worth it though. I mean, great quality. Oh yeah, this is an HD thing, which messes up old PS1 games, so that is why I still have this thing active for, well, like I said, for, what's it called? Ape Escape. Yeah, I used this for Ape Escape because it was necessary, because this thing messed up the screen. And yeah, I also needed to use a PS2 because the PlayStation 3 controller isn't compatible. That's why I use this yellow piece of shit. Okay, it's not... well, you know that old computers turn a little bit yellowish after you use them for that much. Yeah. This is also a little bit less grey, more yellow. And also, yes, a lot of cables here. And this is my cable box with cables I don't use, although the ear cables I also don't use, but whatever. Oh hey, a sock. And something you're not supposed to see. But, moral of the story, it's a nice piece of thing, but it's hard to use it. Believe me. And with Premiere also has a little bit of memory leak, so every time I finish an episode I have to save it, end the program. This also counts for Blackmagic, Blackmagic Media Express. I have to end it, I have to reopen the program and hit record again. Oh, what's that outside? Oh yeah, they're breaking houses behind my house, so that's why. If you hear something. One moment. Okay. So I lost, well, I had to redo things like 3 times now. I have it for 8 months, well, this month. So yeah, I got around it. It really just was one time with Donkey Kong Country Returns. It was one time with Spyro, and yeah, that's the only thing, by the way. Yeah, 2 times only. But then again, if the video crashes, oh no, wait, also some projects that haven't seen the day of light. Like, what was it called? A Mario Party for the New Year. Because I was recording for too long. I can't reproduce it, but, well, it's quite picky, so I have to reopen the program to clear the memory or whatever. Clear the RAM of the memory of the program, and then I can finally use it. Ha. So yeah, you can see how fond I am of this. I hate it with a passion. A lot of people cannot get this thing to work. I luckily can, and I am happy that I can. I want to support everyone who has this thing. To be honest, I recommend you not to buy this thing. Unless you want to, well, like to take a risk, then I say, hey, do it. But yeah, I hate it with a passion, and I love it. So that's a little bit of my rant. Do you have questions? Tell it in the comments. Yeah, that's about it. I thank you all for watching this little rant video. I've been Ricochet, and I hope to see you tomorrow with more Let's Plays, because I've had nothing for today. I have uploaded 5 episodes for coming 5 days, and some more Dante's Inferno for Penguins HK. But that's it. Later!